Let me lie down. So just find your comfortable lying down position. Legs straight out. Arms resting beside you. So we're going to roll the shoulder blades down your back and tuck the chin down very slightly. And then close your eyes and just feel your surroundings and listen to the sounds around you. Feeling the support of the mat underneath you. And let us begin the yogic breath now. This is a very important part of the class. So let's breathe in through the nose. Draw that oxygen in, feel it coming in the tips of the nostrils, trickling down the back of the throat. Breathe in from behind that belly button all the way up to the sternum. And exhale from the sternum down to the belly button. Feeling a nice, nourishing air, oxygen coming into the lungs. Feel it leaving the lungs. So it's that wave-like pattern of breathing, the inhale into the exhale, and the exhale into the inhale. Just notice the effect that just lying here in stillness and concentrating on your breath, the effect that it has on the body and the mind. Just feel yourself relaxing and releasing. And next inhale, you're going to raise your arms up to the ceiling and open those fingers really nice and wide and stretch them. And then make some movements for your fingers to get into the knuckles. And make a soft fist and circle for the wrist. And reverse that circle. Just notice and feel what's happening in the wrist. You might feel hear some of the sounds. You may feel something. And then you're going to open the fingers again and take a set of fingers, doesn't matter what hand you start on first, to the 4 fingers of the other hand, and just gently pull those fingers towards your front of your elbow crease. And then take the 4 fingers and take it the other way. So the fingertips of the fingers are pointing to your elbow. Let's do the same thing with the other side. So drawing 4 fingers back towards your inside the crease of your elbow. And then taking the 4 fingers and pulling them back underneath so they now point to the elbow itself. Gently releasing that, just open the fingers nice and wide. Now you're going to place your left hand beside your body. And we're going to take the right hand back behind us. So we're going to circle that right hand now to get into your shoulder joints. Take it out to the side. Take it across the belly and the chest. All the way over to the left and up behind you. And let's go again. Second time, we're going to do 5 on each side. 3 times now. Feel and notice a joint in there. 4 times. And the 5th one, taking the hand back behind you. And we're going to reverse the circling for 5 too. So this is 5, 4, It's a joint. 3, 2, last one, go right around with this. Good. And then bring the hand back towards your side, drawing the shoulder blades down your back. You may notice a slight difference between the shoulder that you worked and the one you haven't worked yet. So now I'm going to take the left hand up behind us. You'll notice this side, it might feel a slight difference here. My left shoulder tends to be a little tighter, so I do feel something a little different. So let's go out to the side, and then we cross over belly and chest. And we go back up, so that's number 1. So remember, we're doing 5 in this direction, that's 2, 3, 4. You stay present to what you're feeling. And last one, 5. And as the arm goes back behind you, we're going to reverse it. So let's go for 5, 4, 3, going at your own pace, 2, last one, all the way behind you. And then bring the arm back to your sides, draw the shoulders away from the ears. We're going to slide your chin down towards the chest. And then slide on the back of your head right up. So you're almost looking behind you. Open your eyes and look behind you. We're going to do 3 of these. So let's slide on the back of the head, dropping the chin all the way down. And then slide on the back of the head to look behind you. Last one, all the way down. Stretch your neck. And then slide carefully all the way back, look behind you. Let's come back to center. Now we're going to gently turn the head to the right. So chin comes towards that right shoulder. And then draw that left shoulder down so you feel the stretch in the left side of the neck. Bring the head back up, and same thing on the other side. So your head is now sliding over to the left side, drawing that right shoulder down, down, down. So you feel the stretch on the right side of the neck. And back up again. Let's go to the right again. We're feeling the neck now. This is all getting into that tired, tight necks of ours. And over to the left. And center, last set, over to the right. And center, and last one to the left. And center. Good. Slide your hands away from your body, and you're going to take that left thigh up towards the chest. We're going to work the hip joint now. Nice joint work here today. So now we're going to the lower part of the body. So your left thigh is coming towards the chest. Move your arms away from your body, so that when we drop that left leg out to the side, the hand is not getting into the way. And let's circle it, go across to the right and back up to the chest. All right, so let's do 5 in one direction here. That's 2, 3. You can take the circles wide if you want, and 4. And last one on this side, and 5. Coming up to the chest, now with the thigh, we're going to reverse it. 1, and 2, and 3, 4. Taking that a bit wide, and last one, 5. Good. Now take that thigh, same left thigh, take your hands to the shin, and draw that thigh gently in towards your belly, your chest. Now slip your hands underneath the thigh and gently straighten that left leg up. Don't force anything, just go to your edge of comfort. And then drop the heel back down towards the back of the thigh, so letting into the knee joint. So let's lift the leg, the foot up to the ceiling, drop that heel down. We'll just do one more like this, all the way up and all the way down. So now take the leg back up to the ceiling and we're going to work the toes. So stretch those toes nice and really wide, open those toes very wide and scrunch them up really tight. And spread them, stretch them away from each other and squeeze them up really tight. One more, stretch the toes and squeeze them up. Now we're going to the ankle. So circle the foot now to get into the ankle joint. Keep the breath going. Really moving that foot around so we get into that ankle joint. And then let us reverse that ankle to get into the ankle. Reverse the movement. Coming back to center, draw your toes down towards the knee, pushing the heel up, and then point your toes and flex and point. One more, flex and point. Good. Bend the knee and just hug the thigh to the chest one more time. And release that left leg all the way down on your mat. Once again, noticing the two sides of the body. Take a big breath here. And sigh it out. So we'll go to the other side. So first we want to move the hands away from the body. Bring the thigh into the chest. And begin the circles now for the hip joint. So drop the thigh out to the side. Circle the leg around and back up to the chest for 1. And 2. Keep the breath going. Close your eyes and feel the feeling. 3. 4. Last one in this direction. And 5. Bring the thigh to the chest and let's reverse it. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Good. And just bend that thigh to the chest. Put your hands on the shins and pull that thigh down carefully. And then slip your hands under the thigh now. So we work the right knee joint. So carefully lift the leg up, lift that. So your toes point towards the ceiling and then drop the heel down. And let's do 2 more. So up with the foot and down. 1 more. Get it into the knee joint and down. So now we're going to lift the leg up a little bit. The knee can be bent. It doesn't have to be straight. And you can hold it back with the thigh. For support, we're going to open the toes really, really wide. Get them out there. Spread them. And then scrunch them up. This is very good for the toes. And spread them. And scrunch. 1 more. Spread. And scrunch. Good. And then we're going to move the foot around to get it to the ankle joint. Remember to connect to the breath. And free movements here with the ankle. And then we reverse it. Coming back to center. Now we're going to flex the foot. So draw the toes down towards the knee and push that heel up. Just do the best that you can. And then we're going to point those toes. And flex. And point. And flex. And point. Good. Very good. So we're going to bend the knee and just hug that thigh into the chest. Bring the other one in to meet it. Drop your hands on the shin and just pull the thighs into the chest. Let's do a little twist here now. So we're going to take the arms out to the side like the letter T. Drop both thighs over to your right side and your upper body to the left. Now make sure that the shoulders are relaxed on the mat. If not, put some support there. Turning the head very slightly, close your eyes. And just breathe here. So just Make sure that you're not holding up any tension anywhere. If you feel any tension, maybe in that top thigh, sometimes we tense up that knee area because the thigh is not resting all the way down. You can also put a cushion between the thighs if you like. But the idea here is to really let go. Try to release as much as you can. Close your eyes and connect to the breath. Now, the option that you can do is to take your right arm and press down the left thigh. So the arm bone is pressing onto the top of that left thigh, and it will hold the thigh down on top of the right one. Connect to your breathing, close your eyes. Breath in and out. Okay, we're going to turn the nose up. The top leg is going to come up. Bottom leg will follow it. Come onto your back. Press into the feet and shift your buttocks a little bit over to the right. You can bring the thighs to the chest first and then drop them over to the left if you like. And again, this side might be a little different, so make your own little adjustments here. So we're going to relax and release that shoulder, that right shoulder. And you can turn the neck and the head slightly to the right. Take your left arm bone now. You can do this. Place it right on top of the outer right thigh and then just press down that thigh a little bit more. So you get a deeper stretch here, okay? Then close your eyes now and just breathe. Connect to the breath. Let go the tightness. Let go thinking about what you have to get up and do later. Let go any tension anywhere. Just relax on your mat here. Beautiful afternoon here. So just relax and breathe. Turning the nose up. I'm going to do one more set of these. I feel like we need another set to kind of release a little bit more because, you know, we're a little bit tight, I find, because I don't think all of you have been doing yoga too much of late. So let's go to the other side again. Let's see what happens. Experiment with this side. And let's see what happens. So we're going to drop the thighs over to the right once more. Upper body to the left. Close your eyes. And scan your body. Are you relaxing your face? Are you clenching? If you're clenching, relax. Take a hard swallow, release your throat. And then go to the shoulders and your arms. Right down into the body. What does the rib cage feel like at this time? Go to the actual hip itself. We warmed up the hips, so that's good. And into the thighs, the knees. In the feet. Close your eyes and breathe. I'm going to turn the head up again now. Top leg comes up. Bottom leg follows it. Shift onto your back. And then shift your hip over to the right and buttocks to the right. As you drop your thighs to the left, upper body over to the right. And once again, do your scan. Check in with yourself. Shoulders and arms, fingers. Your back, your rib cage, your hips, your thighs, feet. Okay, turning the nose up, top leg comes up, bottom leg follows, shifting onto the back. Just again, bring the thighs to the chest. Just easing out anything that will sort of loosen up here. Put a palm on top of each knee and draw some circles with those knees. And reverse it. Now I invite you to lie on your left side. So if you have to move your device, I'll give you a little time to move it so you can see what I'm going to do here. So lie down on your left side and bend the knees in a little bit. You can use your left hand underneath your left ear or left temple to support the head. And just make sure that the other side of your body is nice and straight on that mat. Okay, your right hand is in front of the chest, it's supporting you. Take a big breath here, just take your time. Exhale it all the way out. And then if you're ready, we're going to take another breath in. And on that exhale, you're going to pull the tummy muscles back into your spine and hold it there. Now we're going to do the clam. Let's start with the clam today. So we want to make sure that the ankles are our little hinges. So all we're doing is raising the knee, the top knee off the bottom knee. So shoulders down away from the ears. And we're going to begin. So we're going to raise that top knee up. Don't raise it too high so that you tend to fall back. All right, there's a nice little height there for you. So let's go. Let's lift it up and then take it down nice and slow. Lift it up. Take it down. Lift it up. Take it down. Lift it up. That's number 4. Take it down. Last one. Take it up and take it down. Good. Now lengthen that right leg out. Let it be nice and straight from that hip joint. Roll forward a little bit. Your top hand should be supporting you. And you're going to flex that top leg. So let's swing it a little bit to the front in that flex position. Keep squeezing the tummy in. And then we're going to point the toes and swing it a little bit to the back. Now watch me here a second. You don't want to take it to the back so that you're leaning forward like this. It's not this, okay? So we're just taking it nice and slow and easy. So flex and let's go front and point back. Keep a nice straight upper body, okay? Flex front, point back, squeeze up the knees, flex front and point back. Flex front, point back, last one, flex front and point back. Now leave the leg up there and we're going to point the toes and make some little circles with that top leg. So let's go. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now flex the foot and reverse the circle for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you're going to squeeze that thigh into the chest and release it. Okay. Straighten that bottom leg and take the top leg either behind it or in front of it. You can even hold it. Flex that bottom foot. Lift that thigh up off the mat. Remember you're squeezing that tummy in. And you're going to lift it as high up as you can. And then take it down, but don't touch the mat. And let's go for 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Keep it up there. Let's pulse for 5. Up, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very good. And release it. So we're going to go on to the right side. So I'm going to flip myself this way so that I'm facing the camera, but you can just roll over to the other side. No need to get up. All right. So now we are on other side. So you want to bend those knees in. Make sure that the underside of your body is nice and straight. You can rest on that bottom arm. The top hand is supporting you. So top hip forward a little bit. You're going to bend the knees, bend your knees and take them in. So you can choose how far you want those knees in to be nice and comfortable and steady. So take a breath and as you exhale, pull those tummy muscles in and up. Drop the shoulders down. Clam first. So remember that the ankles are the hinges. So we're going to go up with the top knee and down. And up, and down. Taking your time and down. 2 more. And 1 more. And release it. So that top leg is going to straighten out from that hip joint. Keep the tummy pressed in, and you're going to flex that top foot. Pushing that heel out, engage the muscles of the thighs and the knees, and we swing it to the front in that flex position, and then we change the point position now to go to the back, all right? So this will be number 2 here we're going to do. Keep breathing, keep squeezing those tummies in. Good, and this is 4. And last one, 5. Good, keep the leg up there. Let's point it and make little circles. Nice, good circles now. With nicely warmed up that hip joint. One more. Good. Come down a little bit, and we're going to flex it and reverse that circle. Reverse it, yes. Squeeze that tummy in. This is number 3. 4. And 5. Very good. So we straighten that bottom leg, take the top leg in front of it, flex that foot. Now lift it up as high as you can. So the first set, we're going to drop it down, but don't touch your mat, and then we lift it back up nice and high. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We hold it up there, and then we pulse to the ceiling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it. Excellent. Roll over onto your tummy. Just stay where you are and roll on the tummy. Come up onto the forearms and slide your elbows underneath those shoulders. Now lift that chest nice and high, sternum away from the belly button, and pull your tummy in. So on the sticky mat, it's nice to just draw those hands back and feel the chest coming through the upper arms there. So you can feel a nice stretch in the abdominal wall there. You can feel it in the back of the body. Chin slightly down to keep the neck nice and long. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Feel the stretch. And then release the chin to the mat. Draw your hands down, but you're on from your elbows to the fingertips are on the mat. Press into your pelvic triangle. Drop the nose down. Take a breath as you exhale. You're going to lift up the face off the mat. Drop your chin down, and then lift your arms about an inch or 2 off the mat. Pulling the elbows into your side body. We'll just hover here a little bit. And release it. We're going to do 2 more like this. So pressing into the pelvic triangle. Lift the head up. Tuck the chin down slightly. Your nose is pointed to the mat. Shoulders down. And then lift the arms. Tucking the elbows into your side body. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And release. 1 more to go. Take a moment. Take a breath. Notice where you're feeling the sensations. Okay? Remember to stay present. Let's go. Last one. Press down, lift up. Nose points to your mat. Pulling the elbows in, shoulders down. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Let's see if we can take the legs up off the mat for this last one here. Can the legs come up? Squeeze the buttocks. Breathe. And release. Excellent. Bend those knees when you wipe the feet. Releasing them. We're going to go for King Cobra. So slide your hands about the edges of your mat. Okay. Take a big breath here as you press into the pelvic triangle. Push the floor down away from you as you lift up. Tuck the elbows in. Take a moment here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And release. 2 more to go. Make adjustments. Again, press down. Push that floor down away from you as you come up. Neck is nice and long, shoulders are down. Stretch. And release. Last one. Big breath in as we press down, lift up. Tuck those elbows in, soft gaze out there, breathe. And release. Bend those knees and you wipe the feet. And release. Okay. Arms beside your body, pointing the fingers down towards the antlers. Take a breath. As you exhale, press down into the pelvic triangle once more. Lift that right leg up off the mat. So from the top of the thigh crease, to your toe is lifted up, just on that right side alone. When you do this, you're going to notice that the left hip comes off the mat slightly. So you want to go and press that left hip down into your mat. So you get an even pressure on the back of your body. And release it. Other side. So lift up that left leg. When you lift it up, stretch it out there. Then you go to the right hip and press it into the mat some more. And release it. Let's go to the other side again. Right side up. From the thigh crease to the toe, lift off the mat. Press into the left hip bone. And release it. Let's go to the left side. Pressing into the right hip bone a little more. And release it. Good. Bend the knees, windshield wipe the feet. And release. So press your palms into the mat in order to lift yourself up. Good. Walk those knees in. I'm just going to do a quick cat and dog stretch here to release anything in that lower back area. So knees underneath those hips, shoulders down. Take a breath as you exhale, roll your tailbone underneath you. Pushing the spine up, drop the head and shoulders rounded now. Push that spine all the way up, pull that tummy in. And then reverse it by lifting the tailbone first. And then the movement goes up. Shoulders, neck and head last. Again, exhale, roll that tailbone underneath you. Pull that spine all the way up. And reverse it. Let the belly be soft here now as we look forward. One more, exhale. And in. Good. And now we're going to press the buttocks back towards the heel. This is available for you. If not, put a cushion back here, or you might want to choose puppet stretch, which would be this one. Puppet stretch is this one here. Or we can do the child. Garbhasana, the knees are away from each other, big toes touch. Again, remember that there's always options to put something behind you, so you can rest on it. And you don't have to go all the way down to the ground. You can do a 1 potato, 2 potato for the forehead and rest there. It's entirely up to you, to the limitations that we all have. And maybe something else going on for you today, and you just need your props. So have them and use them. Okay, we're slowly going to lift the upper body up. Okay, roll to one side. Come into your comfortable seated position, whatever that is for you. If you have your props around you, you want to use them, maybe under the knee or somewhere else. Just go ahead. I'm going to move the flesh away from those sitting bones so we can sit up nice and tall. And just roll those shoulders around. Nice big rolls of the shoulders. And reverse it. Take your right hand across the chest and use your left hand to guide it all the way over. And let's do the other side. Interlace the fingers and press the palms out. Take a breath as you exhale. Roll the tailbone underneath you. Drop the chin slightly down and keep pressing those arms out there. And then we're going to lift those arms up and release them. So place your right hand on the mat. Inhale your left hand up and take a little side bend here. So the left rib cage is going to go back slightly as you drop your right ear to that right shoulder. And if the arm bothers you or your shoulder bothers you, just take the hand down or put the fingertips on your shoulders. Okay, so you choose what is working for you today. Let's try to get a nice stretch here. Now we're going to turn towards that right side. Take the left hand to your right knee. Right hand can slide behind you some more. Lift up the chest and take a little twist here. Not sure, you can glance at me. So we took the left hand to the right knee. We lifted our chest up and we are doing a little twist here. So pulling the shoulder blades back with that soft smile to the face. And then just come back gently to center. Good. Inhaling the arms up there again. Rolling that tailbone underneath you. Drop that chin down. Stretch. Inhale. Lift the arms up. Good. And lower them down. So your left hand on the mat. Right hand is up. Bending over to that left side. Take that right rib cage and pull it slightly back behind you. Just let that left ear flop to that left shoulder. Lift up that chest and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Again, if the arm or the shoulder bothers you, remember that you can keep it here. As long as you're feeling that nice stretch. Okay. Now we turn to the left. Put the right palm on that left knee. Sit up tall, slide your left hand around, on the mat beside you, lift up nice and tall, and do your little twist on this side. So you want to pull the shoulder blades into the spine, crown up, take a little twist here. Breathe in, breathe out. And slowly come back to center. Very good. Let's take the legs straight out. You're going to bend your right knee and you can either take it underneath the left knee or into the left thigh. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, stretch forward first and then release the hands down. So wherever your hands reach is where you probably want to be. You don't want to overstretch yourself. So lift up the sternum and just hinge from the hips, looking at the toes. Stretching your back here, breathe. You need a cushion to sit on to lift your hips up so that the spine can stay nice and straight and you're not sitting back, you're not dumping down into the base of the spine. Please go ahead and do that. Stretching here, releasing, breathing. And come back to center. Okay, for the other side now. So if you need to put the foot under the knee to lift it up a little bit, go ahead and do that. Or just take it into the inner thigh. I'm going to inhale those arms up. Exhale and take a big stretch forward here. That's your judge of where you might want to be. And then lift up that spine and hinge from the hips a little bit. Breathe in, relaxing. Sure to not hold tension anywhere. Try not to round your back. And come back up to center. Good. So let's go back onto our back. You're going to slide towards the bottom of your mat and go back onto your back. So when you're on your back, you want to walk your heels towards the buttocks, preparing for bridge pose. Sliding your shoulder blades underneath you, pressing into the palms and pressing into the soles of the feet. Take a big breath here and press down. Begin to lift the buttocks and spine off the mat. When you get up here, to your edge of comfort. You want to roll those shoulder blades down your back. And then slide the chin slightly down to the chest. So keep pressing into the feet and your hands. If your hands bother you, you know that you can always bend the elbows and go into the upper arms to keep your hair, keep it nice and steady. So pulling those knees out to whatever's in front of you there. Drop the chin slightly down. Draw the shoulders down. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, and then slowly begin to release bone by bone. Your spine comes down onto the mat, one vertebra at a time. Now we're going to take soles of the feet together and the knees drop open to the sides in your bound angle. Remembering that the closer the heel is into the groin, the more challenging the pose becomes. So you can judge where you want to be in this. You might want to take your hands and just grab your thighs and roll them out, and then relax here. Just notice some feelings. Stay in stillness like this. It's quiet and nice. You want to just connect to your body. The feelings and the sensations. To know that what you're doing here in mat is for your own good. Now slip your hands underneath those knees and then help the knees up. Put the thighs into the chest. Just give them a gentle pull down. Take a big breath here. As you exhale, you want to pull those tummy muscles in towards the spine. You're going to lift up head, neck, and shoulders towards those knees. And just squeeze up in a little ball here. And then release. Shoulders, neck, and head. And release the legs. So you can stretch. Let's take a nice good stretch here. Stretching the legs out, stretch the arms overhead. And releasing that, we're going to end with the happy baby pose. So let's come back up with it. Lifting the feet up so you can hold one wherever you can. If you can't hold the heel, it's all right. You can just bend that knee down towards the shoulder and grab anywhere that you can. And then you can do the other one next. Wherever you can, if you want to start out like this. And then maybe when the body responds and it loosens up a little bit, maybe you can hold the heel. So you want to tuck that chin down and just enjoy happy baby pose. We can rock from side to side if you want to straighten one leg out and then bend it back in, straighten the other one, bend it back in. Just play with your posture. Let's have some fun here. Feel we're opening the hips up a lot in your lower back. Bring the feet in and then lift it back up again. I've done this one in so long, so stiff. Nothing like our yoga, right? Oh, yes. Okay. And then we're going to release that now. Oh. Just hug those thighs into the chest and make your circles with those knees. Nice. Do big circles today. Really nice big circles. Put your palm on top of your knee and use that as leverage to roll around. And then reverse it. When you're finished with that, when you're ready, you can take another stretch if you like, or another pose or something that you feel like doing before we end. You get a minute or so to just stretch and get ready for relaxation. So go ahead, do another pose if you feel like, or a nice stretch of some sort. Okay, so when you're ready, you want to stretch those legs out, roll the shoulder blades underneath you, and slide your heels away from each other. Arms are a little bit away from the body also. You can choose if you want your palms up or down. And just squeeze up your face, really make a big grimace with that face. Eyes, and cheeks, and nose, and mouth. And then release. Blink fast, circle your eyes in one direction, and then the other. Good. And now close your eyes and try and relax your face now. No tension in the jaw joint. Relax your lips, your cheeks, your eyes, your forehead. Then let's take the attention now down into the neck and the shoulders. Relax and soften those shoulders. And then down into your arms, all the way to the palms of the fingers. We come back up to the chest and your upper back. Into the belly and the hip area there and your lower back. Relax the buttocks and the thighs and the knees. Your calves, ankles, feet and toes. Just totally relax yourself now. Slowly begin now to awaken the body. You may begin by deepening your breath. Move the fingers and toes around, maybe taking a little stretch. When it feels right, roll onto your side and hug yourself in the fetal position. Pressing into the top hand, extend the top leg and slowly push yourself back up into your comfortable seated position. When you sit up, you want to take your hands to the buttocks and pull the flesh away from those sits bones so that you can press them down, plug them in. Reach your crown to the ceiling, bring a little smile to your face. You know, you brought yourself to your mat here today to do this for you. That's a wonderful gift. So thank yourself for doing this for you today. Hare Om, Shanti, Shanti. Slowly open your eyes. Thank you. Namaste.